I want to start by saying that I really enjoyed this episode of Raw. The Rhea, Dom, and Liv drama is fun. This literally gave me chills. Bo is absolutely nailing this, man. Chad finally got the Creed brothers. Drew McIntyre was unhinged. I'm starting to love Damien as a champion more and more every week. Took me a while, but he's good. But there was this one thing that kept me awake at night. Diarrhea. And the fact that WWE changed Sheamus' theme song again. Why oh why? What did I eat during the day? And why did WWE change the theme song again? Def Rebel will never leave us alone, man. I think after seeing all these memes, they're intentionally trying to hurt us. They're seeking revenge. No more limes, man. No more limes. But gotta tell you, the SummerSlam build is looking pretty good so far. So people, let's talk about Monday Night Raw, but before that, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by MyHeritage DNA. So a few weeks ago, I was lucky to receive this package from MyHeritage DNA. Honestly, I was a little nervous, but I gotta tell you, it's super easy to use. All you have to do is take a simple cheek swab, and it takes just 2 minutes. This will help reveal a percentage breakdown of your origins across 42 ethnicities and over 2,000 geographic regions. MyHeritage covers more regions than any other test. It will also do DNA matches as well with new relatives based on shared DNA. So it helps you discover your origins and perhaps find new relatives. In addition to DNA testing, MyHeritage offers a platform that makes it easy to build your family tree and research your family history. Also, MyHeritage has committed in its privacy policy to never sell or license genetic data. Okay people, it's been a couple of weeks since I did the test. I finally got the email with the results, so it's finally time to find out where I'm from. This is actually super exciting. I predict like 99% European, but we'll see. Aurimas, ready to explore your ethnicity? I am. Let's go. Let's see where your boy is from. Aurimas, you are... Okay. Oh, that makes so much sense. 85.9% Baltic. 6.7 East European. Okay. Honestly, I had no idea how accurate this is going to be. Like, this is pretty specific. There are some DNA matches too. Probably relationship, parent, second cousin. Okay, that's pretty wild. So, you know, people, by looking at my ethnicity results, I can definitely say I'm a true Lithuanian. So there you have it, people. That was actually super cool. So if you want to buy your kit, make sure to click the link in the description or scan my QR code, and make sure to use coupon code thegreatoneyt for free shipping. Thank you so much to MyHeritage DNA. That was actually pretty awesome. Welcome back to Greatness of Raw. How are you guys doing today? So, I feel like that was a pretty strong episode. A lot of storylines progressed, man. Like, I gotta tell you, WWE is on a roll right now, so let's talk about it. I want to talk about Rhea Ripley finally speaking about what is happening. So, she says she's focused on the World Championship, and when it comes to Dominik, she'll handle him later. Morgan thinks she took Rhea out, but all she really did was piss her off. She wants Morgan to come out here so Ripley can rip her apart. Instead, Dominik came out and tried to explain what happened, but Rhea is not listening. Liv Morgan interrupts and says Rhea knows for sure that she meant it when she said she wanted to take everything from her, even Dominik. At first, she didn't know what Rhea saw in Dom, but after spending some time with him, kissing him, she gets it. Well, that typically happens when you stick a tongue up someone's mouth. She also talked about how much more Dominik accomplished with her, including beating Rey Mysterio. But the absolute highlight was Rhea Ripley wants a match at SummerSlam. So people were getting this. Obviously, WWE wouldn't tell you if it wouldn't happen, obviously. So that tells me Rhea is pretty much cleared, and that was my biggest concern. Like, I kept talking about how if she's not gonna be cleared for like 2, 3, 4 months, what's the point of this return? She needs to get physical, and now she will. But I gotta tell you, man, Rhea is my favorite. She shouldn't win. Liv needs to retain the championship, and since it's SummerSlam, maybe Dominik is the one who should help Liv Morgan. I mean, I bet he actually loved this. Let your feelings out, boy. Let your feelings out, boy! So throughout the show, Dominik tried to apologize to Rhea Ripley with gifts and even requesting a match against Jey Uso when Jey asked if Rhea is single. As a matter of fact, she's not. Dominik also made a mistake by saying he's doing this to prove that Rhea is still his. Ooh, never say that. Never say that. Rhea doesn't belong to anybody. So we got Jey Uso versus Dominik Mysterio, which was kinda fine, I guess. History repeats itself, people. Liv Morgan came out, we nearly got some boom boom, but Rhea Ripley scares her away. Now Jey Uso wins the match. Rhea is just disappointed in Dominik, and Rhea tells Dominik backstage, I don't belong to anybody. I'm not yours. You're mine. Just mommy saying mommy things, ladies and gentlemen. Mommy saying mommy things. By the look of Dominik's face, I think he took it as a we're back, and I'm okay with being your bitch. I'm fine with it, love it. Surely there's a twist happening, right? I mean, so far so good, but pretty expected in my opinion, except for the SummerSlam match maybe, because I've heard some rumors, and I guess the rumors were not necessarily true. So, I guess it's good. What we're seeing on television is fine. I'm enjoying it. I just hope that we are getting something. I do suspect that until SummerSlam, we're basically going to be watching the same segments over and over again. We got Sheamus versus Bronson Reed, and yes, Sheamus got a new theme song. First of all, the theme song sucks. Man, written words in my face. It's a shameful thing. Lobster head. Oh my god, too many lines. Love that shit, brother. Love that shit. It has vocals. It was so different than any other theme song, and now it sounds like every trashy WWE song we have nowadays. Come on. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. You know what they say? I don't know what to tell you, man. This really hurt me. This physically hurt me. Get it? He's from Ireland, so it's gonna sound Irish. Well, anyway, the match was actually pretty decent, and Sheamus won. What's interesting though is that Pete Dunne returned the favor and turned on Sheamus. Say what you will, maybe you're not that excited about the rivalry, it's nothing special, but the match itself, oh my god, this is gonna be good, man. Mark my words. We got Sonya Deville versus Zelina Vega. Is it me or the faction theme song, this new faction, sounds pretty much like Damage Control theme song? Gotta love me some Def Rebel, man. Gotta love me some Def Rebel. So Sonya Deville wins the match. Of course, she needed that a lot more than Zelina Vega. They attacked Zelina. We got Carter, Katana, Lyra with the save. Later on, we got a 6-woman tag team match. And of course, the new faction won again. WWE trying to make them look strong. And they absolutely do. These just 3 alpha women, My gut feeling is telling me it's gonna take them a while to get over, because they were not over individually. None of them, let's be honest right here, not a lot of aura. So I think that's gonna take a little while. I love this Gunther and Damian Priest segment. This was pretty emotional, and I like when there's some realism in promos. The point was, Gunther is privileged and Damian had to work from zero. Priest was literally fighting for his life on the streets, and Gunther said, being on the street is a choice. Oh my god, man. Oh, that's powerful. That's what I love in professional wrestling. Holy shit. Damian had a great line. Maybe they'll find out after SummerSlam if Gunther is something more than a boring, privileged scumbag. It has a very weird dynamic because both are technically heels, but Damian was literally a babyface in this segment during this promo. He was a 100% babyface. He's the guy you root for. Gunther is that privileged dude that you hate, and Damian is the guy who had to work hard, so you relate to Damian Priest a lot more. So it's clear who's the babyface and who's the heel, at least in this rivalry. And lately, it's really, tough to understand. Like, Damian is a heel. He's with the Judgment Day. Yet at the same time, he's respectful to people like Seth Rollins. So maybe it's not only Rhea Ripley who's going to turn a babyface, maybe even the entire Judgment Day is turning babyface at one point, although I don't see it for Finn Balor, Dominik, and JD McDonough. Not yet. One thing's for sure, either a big change or the end of the Judgment Day is coming. For whatever reason, we got Braun Strowman versus Damian Priest, but I did enjoy it because it made Damian look pretty strong. Obviously, Strowman is a former champion, he's a big dude, and we got to see Damian beating the shit out of even a bigger dude, I guess. After the match, Gunther attacks Damian, and again, Damian was the babyface. He takes out Gunther. And lately, like I've said more and more, I'm starting to appreciate Damian's championship title reign. He just has the same problem that most wrestlers have when they win a championship. Sometimes it just takes a while for a storyline to pick up, and this is a very short story, I believe, right? But this one promo got me really excited about the match, even though I said this is not a SummerSlam match, and I feel like this is already more exciting than the entire Jey Uso versus Damian Priest rivalry. Adam Pearce welcomes Drew McIntyre back. He's even ready to give him CM Punk at SummerSlam, but he wants Drew McIntyre to apologize to the referees that he attacked after Money in the Bank, and Drew McIntyre couldn't. He still believes he's in the right, he keeps getting screwed over, so he pushed these referees again, and Adam Pearce said you're still suspended. He was about to put his hands on Adam Pearce, but we got Seth Rollins with the save. Great stuff. Just great stuff. And you know, while I do believe it's going to be Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk at SummerSlam, something tells me a triple threat match is also really possible. I mean, what would be the point of Seth Rollins' involvement right now so heavily if it's not happening? Alpha Academy want nothing to do with Chad Gable anymore. It was hilarious when Chad Gable said, "I know who's behind Uncle Howdy. It's Bo Dallas." All this time it was me thinking it was the Big Show. Oh my god, what a reveal. So we got the VHS tape, and this was emotional, man. Like, what's so interesting about these tapes, about these Wyatt 6 promo segments, whatever you want to call them, is that they're kinda real in a way, which is crazy because their characters are kinda supernatural. Yet, it feels more real than most of the stuff in the WWE. I gotta be honest, so far it's working out better than expected. And he talked about how he lost his brother, which is obviously Luke Harper, Brody Lee. And, you know, in life you gotta move on. And he did. And then he lost his other brother, which was Bray Wyatt. So when he got an offer from Bo Dallas, he obviously accepted. Loving this, man. So far, absolutely loving this. I mean, that's what's so interesting. The whole idea is not necessarily realistic, yet all the stuff they're saying feels real. So Chad Gable came out to reveal the truth. I was still shocked, man. Not the Big Show, come on. So he calls Bo Dallas out. We get Bo, which was so weird seeing him just, you know, regularly on WWE RAW, like in the actual arena, but the Creed brothers took him out. The entire time, Bo Dallas was laughing, and this just reminded me so much of Bray Wyatt. Obviously, they're brothers, it makes sense, but also the delivery, like, I don't remember Bo Dallas being this good. Literally, when we got the Wyatt 6 and this shot of Bo Dallas, it felt like he's the eater of the worlds, right? Like exactly what Bray Wyatt used to do. I got chills. In some ways, it impressed me even more than their debut. I don't know why, I can't even put my finger on it, but this felt so special to me. Sami Zayn gives Ilya a championship match because he feels like he deserves it. Braun Breaker doesn't agree with that decision, but out of safety, Pierce tells Breaker to leave. So we got Sami Zayn versus Ilya Dragunov, which was supposed to be a fun match, but of course, Braun Breaker interferes and he dominates again. Braun Breaker ends the show. Absolutely love it. That's how you build a star. It's not the first time WWE tried to do this. How, like, majority of the time when you get a character like Braun Breaker, either a really big dude, really muscular dude, you know, WWE tried to give them streaks, whatever, dominant, you know, Ryback comes to my mind. But this time it works because not only it feels like, yeah, WWE are pushing him hard, but he's also really good. Like, he's already one of my favorite wrestlers to watch. I have a few people in my circle who are, you know, casual wrestling fans in Lithuania, so they don't understand all the business and shit. And they got impressed. On paper, he's so kinda, I don't want to mean it in a negative way, pretty basic, right? He looks like a typical wrestler, yet at the same time, everything he does ain't basic at all. So people, that was your Monday Night Raw. Really enjoyed this show. Now, make sure to like this video, subscribe, make sure to check out MyHeritage and use the code TheGreatOne. The link is in description. Thank you for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.